What's going on, Maritime Wrestling fans? It's your boy, the Explosion Kid. And I'm giving you the intro to this week's episode of the State of Maritime Wrestling.
This is the truth, the voice, the sound, the soul of the scene, where hearts are crowned. Connor Cook's name shakes the battleground, 'cause it's the State of Maritime Wrestling. No script, no mask, just heart and steel. He shows the world what makes it real. Maritime war cries will never die, as long as Connor stands nearby.
Hello and welcome to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the super fan of all things maritime wrestling. I am here to keep everyone covered on all the news in the maritime wrestling scene. Whether it's just news on upcoming shows or results from some very big shows that I cover, and from the amazing indie wrestlers that I sit down and chat with on the podcast and interview, to lots more. So, I'll be kicking off episode 41 of this weekly show with a thank you to the Explosion Kid for this week's intro to the episode 41. I haven't seen the Explosion Kid yet. Yeah, so it's one of the guys I'm really looking forward to seeing. One of the guys on my bucket list for wrestlers I haven't seen. It's the guys, one of the newer guys coming into the business. I remember he made his debut in the Over the Top Rope Rumble, I think. It was like the Halloween event for HW, I think. Yeah, it was. But, anyways, for this week's episode, we got 4 big shows across HW, Atlantic Wrestling Alliance, and UCW, March Madness and Mayhem. So, we're gonna start off with HW Redemption. Starting off with Julian Young beating Big Bad OG Logan Green, Johnny Fugazi beat and Horsepower Hunter Sampson. That match ended in the double disqualification or DQ. I mean, it means the same thing. TNA Wrestling star Cody Deaner beat Chevron. Fantana beat HW Honor Champion. Fantana beat Oliver Hansen, retains. Horsepower Hunter Sampson, Shane Butterlove, and Julian Young beat the Hateful Dead and Kurt Cobain. So there's a lot of great talent there. That I've seen, yes, but I haven't seen Cody Deaner yet, and Johnny Fugazi. And Julian Young. I've seen those. I've only seen like a lot of the other guys, like Big Bad Logan Green, Horsepower Hunter Sampson, Fantana, The Hateful Dead, Kurt Cobain, Butter Love, and also Johnny Fugazi, just that one show there, when he made his debut in the Monster Mash Rumble. But just have a lot of great things to say about a lot of the guys. Then IW also, for the Man She show, this was IW Redemption, where they had it at the Miramichi High School, or Valley High School, and then IW had their very first show back in Moncton at the École Liade for IW Chambers of Secrets, where there's a lot of big debuts for the show, and so we saw for the Mega Pass matches, we saw the Hateful Dead beat the Media Blasters, Shano and Sebi. Then we saw the return of Port City's finest, Caden. He beat the debuting, the one Spaghetti, who was making his HW debut. We saw Perfect Storm beat AWOL. We saw IHW Women's Champion Ronnie Payne beat Sierra Stone and retains. And then we saw Burton Clipper Chevron beat Bobby Boyette versus Big Bad Logan Green versus Kuroko Bay. Now, this specific match was the number one contenders match for the IHW Honor Championship to take on Fantana. And also, speaking of IHW Honor Champion, Fantana had hosted a open challenge for the IHW Honor Championship, and who stepped in was none other than Horsepower Hunter Sampson. So, Fantana beat Horsepower Hunter Sampson and retains. And then we saw the debut of Alex Robbins. He took on Oliver Hansen, and Oliver Hansen beat Alex Robbins. So then we got the main event, which was the IHW Heavyweight Championship match, where TNA Wrestling star Cody Deaner beat Chip and becomes the brand new IHW Heavyweight Champ. So congratulations to Cody Deaner on his win. Super cool to see, like, at least the gold, like IHW gold around the TNA Wrestling star, which is cool. But I feel like Chip is gonna like be on the chase back to the and take back his IHW Heavyweight Championship. So I think that's gonna be a pretty big storyline with and a big feud with, especially with the TNA Wrestling star. But lots of big debuts here, like at this show, and it was, I feel like from the pictures I saw, it was a packed house. And also I want to thank Jamie Haley for the sending me the results for that show. But it was pretty big. Really, like a lot of guys, like the one Spaghetti, and Alex Robbins are getting more opportunities, like bigger opportunities to make their wrestling debut in like other promotions, which is quite big. And I would have to say I'm very proud, very happy for all the guys. Kudos for all the guys for putting on a great performance, putting on just great show to doing putting their body on the line to just mainly just to for entertain us for the maritime wrestling scene. It's awesome, and man, and it's been so freaking long since I went to an IHW show since the first one that I went to. It's been 4 years since I went to an IHW show. Uh, since then, which was actually my first IHW show, so and my first indie wrestling show, so that was pretty big. But also Atlantic Wrestling and Alliance. So moving on to Atlantic Wrestling Alliance had their show there, where we saw Alfredo Dragon beat Devin Chittick, Cedric Sam beat Scarecrow, Chaz beat Alfredo Dragon, Matt Bullen beat The Preacher, Steve Arsenal, the main event, Steve Arsenal beat Chaz for the brand new Triple Crown Championship. I think I haven't seen the belt yet, but it sounds like a good name. Haven't seen a lot of the guys like Alfredo Dragon yet. Cyborg Sam. Haven't seen like Chaz, Matt Bullen, The Preacher, Steve Arsenal, and so and so. I haven't seen Joe Dunlap yet, but oh man. I've heard some great things about Joe Dunlap. Freaking funny guy though, but oh man. But anyways, UCW had their March Madness and Mayhem event, where for the VIP match we saw Anthony Deuce Harlem beat Create a Wrestler. Well, the funny thing, I saw a picture, or I think I saw a video of, I think it was Mr. David A. Boyce. He had a freaking PS5 control. He was controlling the Create a Wrestler, so that was a pretty good nod. And it's pretty funny, you know. Gotta have that funny part in the wrestling. But then we saw for the main card we saw Trice Sterling make his UCW debut against and beat Duncan Steen. Dead and Dawson James beat Shazenko. Especially, I think this was the debut for Shazenko for UCW. And then there was a promo, in-ring promo, that was leading up to the match, which was supposed to be Madison Miles was supposed to be taking on TNA Wrestling star, but TNA Knockout champion, tag team champion, Heather by Elegance was unable to come. So instead, JP Sims stepped up and took her place. And so this match had Madison Miles beat JP Sims. And I saw one video, I think it was like JP Sims was up on Madison Miles' shoulders, and I think gave him the electric chair or something. I think it was the electric chair on ringside. But then you have there was the UCW Tag Team Championship match where UCW Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Heathens, beat and the Newfoundland World Order, uh, Max Power and Joey White, and they retain. I'm really loving, um, I'm really liking seeing like tag team gold around the Hollywood Heathens. I feel like they would be the next tag team. Well, though they are like they already hold like the Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios Championships, so there's like more belts on their names. But I feel like if North Pro had tag team belts, I feel like the Hollywood Heathens would deserve to have them. You put them on the Hollywood Heathens. And then the main event was a triple threat match. It was J.P. Sims beat the ace of the Maritime, Stick Journey, made his return to UCW, and Jonathan Cross. So, man. Shazenko is one of the guys I haven't seen yet, but I've seen like just little tidbits of like of his matches on like at other promotions, and seen his promos. He does really good promos, and that's one of the guys I've seen. All the other guys, well, I've seen like Joyce Sterling, Dawson James, J.P. Sims, Hollywood Heathens, Dick Turning. I haven't seen Jonathan Cross yet. Jonathan Cross is also one of the guys I haven't seen. And Madison Miles is one of the ladies I haven't seen yet, so that's pretty big. And, oh, yeah. But, yeah, a lot of great shows are going on. Got really a lot of big shows coming up this weekend. Just loads of shows, especially with shows starting back to normal, coming back with but this we're gonna have like a lot of big shows coming up. It was this Saturday, March 21st. 3 big shows. We're gonna see Capital City Wrestling, Clash 43, Let's Dance at the Capitol Exhibition Center in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Tickets are still available, so get your tickets either at Maritime York or e-transfer over to the CCW email. VIP seats are already sold out, so it's something. So, and also on so we're gonna see for CCW Flash 43, Let's Dance. We're gonna see Oliver. We're gonna see a lot of big matches. Just recently, we just saw the announcement of the main event, which will be Larry Horowitz, L&R Express take on Money Talks, Kerry Killam versus and the big man Logan Green. And man, it's it's gonna be really good to have Larry Horowitz back in CCW, especially. A lot of people are gonna be popping for him. I always pop for him. He's like if I would compare Larry Horowitz with someone, it would definitely be Wayne Jugs, because when his music comes on, everyone jumps out of their seat and starts dancing. it's a really good just like he's just over in CCW. And I'm really liking his like grooviness. Like he's very groovy. Like he dances in the ring and plus dances outside the ring too, which is awesome. And that's why the show is called Let's Dance. But also we're gonna see like the debut of Taylor Ryzen, and we're gonna see uh, Oliver Hansen take on Horsepower NBWA River Valley Champion Horsepower Hunter Sampson. We're also going to be seeing the return of Wanda Del Rey. She's going to be making her return to CCW, and she will be taking on Stormy Hale. And then they just announced that the NBWA Tag Team Championships match, where we're gonna see Ace Dynasty take on Patrick O'Neil, and Oscar Ironside, which I think it's gonna be a great match, especially two great tag teams. A lot of well, Patrick O'Neil and Oscar Ironside are two newcomers, but they've been putting in the reps, and man, it's been like an Ace Dynasty has been on a roll since like they took the titles back and in the ladder match, which was great, since they also had their first title defense against JP Sims and Anthony Deuce Harlem as Spyfield's Most Wanted. Holy. And yeah, but on storyline wise, we're gonna see Chris Lewis on ringside with Oscar Ironside and Patrick O'Neil. So I think that's gonna be interesting. Then we're gonna see the Ultimate Male, the big header with all the glitter. The man with the piece ain't no one can defeat. The big hammer with all the glamour. The Cadillac accordion in the squared circle. The rope running rocket. The Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine. He will be taking on. He would be having his rematch against Narcissus Saint. I think this is going to be a VIP match. I believe so. So I think that's going to be pretty big. Then we're going to see the Albertan Clipper Chevron in action, in singles action, where he's going to be taking on Shazenko. And I don't know who Scott Cruz is going to be taking on, since he's also going to be doing singles action. But also with the whole storyline with Nick Strong and Matt Strong, since the whole brother versus brother match at the last show, I think we're gonna see the reunion of a tag team. More specifically, we're gonna see the Strong brothers back together. I predict that's what's going to happen. We're going to end the storyline with the Strongs being back reunited and back together in tag team action. Hopefully. And we're on the card. We're going to see the local girl Salem Wilder, Scott Crew, Big Dan McCullough, and lots more of your favorites in CCW. Also, on the same night, we're going to see Rail Savage Pro Wrestling have their show at the club, the spot in Port-la-France, where we're going to see Snake versus Oni B. Johnson in singles action. We're going to see Sacco versus Ollie Weiss. We're going to see Vic Manson versus Chaos in the two out of three falls match. Then we're going to see the All Territory Elite Champion Dominic Ware defend the AT the ATE championship against Jaws in a ladder match. So I think that's gonna be another great big match. Then we're gonna see the Battle Royale for the Extreme Academy Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Okay. And so the entrance was just announced. I saw they're gonna have like you're gonna see like Gabriel Savage, Sacco, Macias or something. I forgot, but that's a one debut. I think it's the Fireball Kid, and a lot more of the guys. So that's pretty big. I'm due to go to a Real Savage Pro Wrestling show. I've seen lots of videos of like the shows from my good buddy there, Luke. And whenever he goes to shows, he's always going there. Then also on that same night, we're gonna see Superstars of Wrestling lock up the draw, where it's gonna be at the RCCG Pavilion of Redemption in St. John, New Brunswick, where we're going to see in the VIP, we're going to see Wesley Pipes, the Muscle Beast from Muscle Beach, Wesley Pipes, defend the AIWF Canadian Heavyweight Championship against Bobby Ocean for the VIP portion. Then we're going to see Alex Robbins versus the Maritime Luchador Santana for the finals for the brand new Superstars of Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship. We're going to see the rematch of the Chocos, Jason Bora versus Maya Fa. We're going to see the Bloodfeather Dry Sterling versus Sean Knight. Then we're going to see Jay O'Ryan take on the Superstars of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Ace of the Maritimes, Dick Durning. I think this is the John O'Ryan versus Dick Durning match is going to be a hard-hitting one, especially, these two guys are freaking good, dude. And, I'm really liking seeing the Superstar of Wrestling gold around Dick, the heavyweight gold, since he beat Wesley Pipes in the dog collar match. But yeah, and also Sean Knight, I think it's one of the newer guys. I think it's international, but he'll be a good opponent for Trice. Trice is one of the top guys, dude. Excuse me. And for the brand new for the new Cruiserweight Championship, I feel like it'd be cool with putting the Cruiserweight gold on the Maritime Luchador Santana. Although, he'll be double champ because he has the He's the IHW Honor Champion, and he's the and yeah, it will be good. It will be great to see other gold on him, like the Superstar Wrestling gold. Until like I feel like he's gonna have a great title run with it until but the storyline that's gonna be pretty big. Uh, like we never get to see Wesley Pipes defend the AIWF Canadian Heavyweight Championship in the VIP match, but I think it's gonna be good. Um, Wesley Pipes is gonna be on the run to chase on the chase after the heavyweight Dick Dirty for the Superstars Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. So I'm gonna lead up to that. That's pretty big. Also, there's no other wrestling shows that I haven't seen yet, but there's gonna be lots of big shows going on in April, especially IPW Takeover. IPW is gonna be bringing their coming over to Moncton at the Cultural Aberdeen Central Cultural Aberdeen in Moncton, New Brunswick, where we're gonna the announced matches. No, matches that were announced were the number one contenders fatal four-way match with the one Spike SD versus Port City Spiders, Caden versus the Marlow James Manning versus Bath at Howard. Then we're gonna see Ryan Schimmel take on the Muscle Beast from Muscle Beach, Wesley Pipes. We're gonna see Ryan Denham versus the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine. And then we're gonna see the local girl, Salem Wilder, versus the Ultimate Female, Salem Stormy Hale, a rematch. Since the IPW Final Frost, Stormy v Salem, so I think Salem's gonna get some revenge on Stormy, so I think that's gonna be good. Then we're gonna see Rugged Recordings, August Artois, take on the Raw, the international draw. August Artois have his rematch against John Orion, the IPW Heavyweight Champion, John Orion, which I think it's gonna be another great match since they both took on each other at one show where it was for the vacant IPW Heavyweight Championship, which I still remember that spot where August Artois and John Orion were arm wrestling on the referee, on top of the referee. I thought that was a funny spot though too, but I'm really liking. I'm loving the title run with John Orion with the IPW Heavyweight Championship. Like the gold looks really good on him, and yeah, he's over as a babyface. That's the whole other interesting part, because usually at some other like promotions like North Pro or like Superstar of the Wrestling or so, he'd be a heel, and he's good at it. Like he's amazing at it. That's what I'm used to. Like and even in North Pro, he's always been like a great heel, but and it, he's over in a lot of big promotions like IPW. He's over in Nova Champion Grounds and lots more. And then we're gonna see the Caden's Maritime, where Caden's gonna bring out Daniel Wall, or should I say Daniel Drywall, if you know what I mean, because of the like the whole where the shadow agency took on dudes doing things in the drywall match, which was crazy. But the first ever drywall match, so yeah. And we're also going to see Rugged Rick Owens take on whoever the number one wins the number one contenders fatal four-way match, which I think might be gonna be Caden, because when I interviewed Caden, he said he's gonna be chasing on the chase after Rugged Rick Owens after the IPW PGI Championship. So I think that's gonna be a really good storyline, a really good feud, and that's gonna be happening in April 4th, and also in April there's gonna be a Real Action Wrestling will be having their show, Bash in the Berg event in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, where we're gonna see a lot of big debuts, like Ronnie Payne, Fraser Kenneth Adams, Joey White, Rudy Lockhart, Evan Givens, Sierra Stone, Starchild, Dick Durning, Bryce Durning, Ricky Mortis, Anthony Deuce Harlem, Wesley Pipes. I think, well, it's not really his debut, but he's a champion. I think the Real Action Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Yep, he's gonna have an open challenge, and Alex Robbins, and so much. But that's all of the upcoming shows that I have. So I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. I have a lot more big interviews coming up. So I'll be announcing them, posting them on the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast Facebook page and Instagram page. So stay tuned for all of that, and I hope you all have a great night, and until next time. Thanks for tuning in to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic time. So join me each week to get covered on all the news on upcoming shows and the results from shows that I cover on each episode, along with interviews with your favorite maritime indie wrestlers that I sit down and interview with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you all so much for your continued support on the podcast, because it's all things maritime wrestling.